Hello students, welcome back to our science class. In the previous lecture, we had studied about forces and types of forces, that is contact and non-contact forces. If we are focusing on forces, again there is some sort of classification that can be made. That is balanced forces and unbalanced forces. Now let us discuss it in detail. What is meant by balanced forces? So you might have seen a tug of war match where there is a rope in between the two teams. The two teams are continuously trying to pull the rope in their directions. Two teams are over here which are trying to pull the rope in their directions. If the pull of force is equal on both the sides, then the rope does not move. And if the force is more on one side, the rope moves in that direction. This means that initially the two forces are balanced. The rope moves in the direction of higher force when the forces become unbalanced. Even here, we can see an activity. Take a cardboard box. Tie thick string to its two sides and keep it on a smooth table, as shown in this diagram. Take the strings on both the sides of the table. Tie weighing pans to the two ends. Keep equal masses in both the pans. The box does not move on the table. If more mass is kept in one of the pan than the other, the box starts moving in the direction of that pan. Equal gravitational force acts on both the pans when equal masses are kept in them. This means balanced forces act on the box with effective force equal to 0, as these are acting in opposite directions. On the contrary, if more mass is kept in one pan than in the other, the box starts moving in the direction of the pan with more mass. When unequal forces are applied to the box on the two sides, an unbalanced force acts on the box, resulting in the imparting motion to the box. Let us see one more example of arm wrestling. So what happens in an arm wrestling? If both the competitors were applying the same force, their hands won't be moving on either side because they are applying the same force. So, when the same force is applied in the opposite direction, the net force, that is total force acting on the arms, is equal to 0 because none of them is applying a greater force. So, the equal and opposite forces that balances each other are called balanced forces. And if net force is 0, then no movement occurs in the body. Now, if one among them had applied a greater force, then their arms will be moving. So, the force acting on their arms will be unbalanced. So, forces that cause a change in the motion of an object is called unbalanced force. Unbalanced forces create motion. What do we understand from these examples? So, if several forces are applied on an object in the same direction, a force equal to their addition acts on that object. For example, if forces F1 and F2 acts in the same direction, then net force, that is total force, is equal to F1 plus F2. And If two forces are applied on one object in directions opposite to each other, a force equal to their difference acts on the object. That is, if forces F1 and F2 acts in opposite direction, then net force, that is total force, is equal to F1 minus F2. And a force is expressed in magnitude and direction. So, force is a vector quantity. So, the SI unit of force is Newton and magnitude means value. So, force can be expressed in magnitude, that is in value, and direction. So, it is a vector quantity. If more than one force are acting on a body, then the effect on the body is due to the net force. So let us see some effects of force. So when a force is applied on a stationary object, it moves. Its speed and direction change. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in motion. An object can change its shape due to force. While kneading a dough made from flour, the dough changes its shape when a force is applied. A potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Rubber, when stretched, it expands. So there are many such examples of effects of force. I hope you have understood balanced forces, unbalanced forces, and effects of forces. So next lecture we are going to study about inertia and pressure. Thank you.